boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm For Classic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I do have in it is Tell Me Why, a game developed by the Don't Nod Entertainment, and it is using Unreal Engine 4. So in case you don't know Don't Nod Entertainment, these guys are the developers behind games like Life is Strange and Life is Strange 2. And Tell Me Why follows pretty much the same concept, the same gameplay type, so this game will be for you just a Life is Strange, alright, but with a different story. That's the point of this game. Don't Nod also develop other type of games aside from narrative or story-driven games, like Vampire, which was the last one, and it was a very interesting game indeed. And the oldest one, the Remember Me, which was an hack and slash game, which was an okay game. I did enjoy it a lot and push the boundaries of the visuals of Unreal Engine 3 at the time. It looked beautiful, and I still think that it might hold a little bit well today. So if you have this graphic card over here, you might have missed it probably, but you should try out to play it because it plays fine since it still uses Unreal Engine 3. But today we are here to talk about Tell Me Why and how it performs on the GT 740M or the GT 920M. And let's just jump into the graphical settings. I don't want to lose too much time in here until I show you how I play the game. So this is the graphical settings. It is a typical graphical selection of any Unreal Engine 4 game. And I'm using pretty much a mix between low and medium. So at medium I have anti-aliasing, I have texture quality, and I have shadow quality. VM distance, post-processing, effects, detail, and 3D rendering quality, it is set to low. So looking to the requirements, you can clearly see that our graphic card, it is below the minimums. So these guys ask for a GTX 750 Ti, and we have a 740M. Which is considerably more weaker than the desktop 750 Ti. It also asks for an i3 from the 4000 generation and 4 gigs of RAM. So yeah, we are below the minimums, but yet that doesn't really prevent us from playing the game decently. Well, kind of. So at the low settings, using 720p, I got an experience overall above 30 frames per second. Well, with this mix of low, medium with render scale it is a 3D rendering quality, alright, the last option on the graphical settings set to low, I got an average of 42 with a 1% low of 24, which means that with these settings that I recommend you to play, you can expect some drops below 30 frames per second. So the performance on this game, it is very variable. It depends a lot on the scenario where you are. So if you are outside in more open areas, you can expect the game to perform close to 30 frames per second and having drops below 30 frames per second, even on the low settings, because it is way more demanding. Although, as soon as you are inside a house or a more closed environment, the performance of the game just jumps into the double of frame rate. So inside houses and stuff like that, you can expect like 40, 50 or even 60 frames per second. So you can run the game with ease on those environments. So yeah, it's hard to decide. But I'm not really concerned too much about the 30 FPS sustainability on this game, because this is a story-driven game. Alright, you will be spending most of your time inside cutscenes, selecting answers that you want to reply, doing puzzles, that's pretty much that, and watching memories and selecting the memories that you want. So you won't be shooting enemies, you won't be attacking enemies, so you have all the time in the world to select what you want. You have all the time in the world to traverse. Of course, frame rate, it is still important, and I would prefer to have an experience above 30 frames per second, obviously at these settings. But even dropping below 30 frames per second in this type of games, despite it is annoying at times, it isn't really that bad because you can still play the game just fine. So why I decided to go with this low medium instead of using low like in many other games, that's because the low settings looks pretty bad. So low settings, you don't have any anti-aliasing, which in this game causes a ton load of aliasing. Also, this game on the low settings, the textures looks absolutely awful. And if you have the shadows on low or half, you just don't get any dynamic shadows, which ruins some of the parts of the game. For example, at the beginning, on the first cutscene that I didn't show in here, Tyler is getting out of a recreational school. So the only thing you see is his face, and you see a shadow going on from one place to another. And looking at that shadow, you know that it is the doors that are opening for him. So without shadows, you look to that sequence and you don't understand why suddenly his face starts to glow, because you don't understand that there are doors opening, and that doors opening only can be seen if you have shadows on. So that's why I decided to create this custom low median settings. It's because you get a major improvement in graphics fidelity. Even having a ton of settings on low, you get pretty much a full experience that you should get with this game. And that's why I'm not really concerned about the 30 frames per second sustainability. So that's all about the performance, so let's now talk a little bit about the game. So, like I told you, this is pretty much like Life is Strange. It follows the same concepts, you still have the same powers. Well, in case of Life is Strange, you were able to revert the time in the first game. I didn't play the second one, so I'm sorry, I'm not really sure what are the powers that we have. In this game, you kind of share the same thoughts with your sister in here, and this is quite interesting because both of you can communicate by minds share, alright? But there is also other powers which both of you can see memories of your past, and in the end your choices in the game will be done by those memories, because for example at some points you will be forced to choose between one memory or other memory, and this, depending on the memory that you did choose, it will affect the rest of the story. So it's a little bit like Butterfly Effect movie, but yeah, in this case it is inside a transgender character, because this transgender character that I'm talking about in here, it is Tyler, which is a character which you play with. I'm not really a fan of developers and publishers trying to force us into LGBT, but I'm on it anyway because Dontnod usually does good stories, and I'm not the only one saying this. Metacritic have a respectable score for this game, around 80 or close to 80. Steam users are very satisfied with the game, having a score above 90%. The game, it is very well optimized. I know that the graphics aren't really that thing special, but still it is a huge revamp over Life is Strange 2 anyway, and it performs really great. Voice acting, it is also pretty good. Soundtracks, well, I don't even need to talk about it because Life is Strange always was remarkable in soundtrack, and this game it is no different. And gameplay, like I told you, it follows the same thing as Life is Strange, so you know what to expect from this game anyway. And that's about it. So this game costs $29.99 on Steam, so I think it is a good price. This game will be 3 episodes. For now, the only episode available at the time of this video is the first episode, but contrary to Life is Strange, where episodes were kind of having a gap of months between them, in this game the gaps are just 1 week, which is to interiorize or to make you think about the game and what happened in the first episode. And after 1 week they release a second episode, so you are going to finish the second episode with the things that you did remember with the first episode. So I think it is quite interesting to release in episodes where the gap it is small. And the difference from the Life is Strange is that in Life is Strange you needed to buy the game by episode, so you needed to buy episode 1 and then you could buy the complete pack, or you needed to buy the episode 2 or episode 3. Now this doesn't really work like that. So at the moment, if you buy the game through Steam, the game will cost you $29.99, but you get the full game immediately. The only thing that you don't get at the moment, it is access to the episode 2 and episode 3, but like I did told you, next week you will have the episode 2 available, and on the other next week you will have the episode 3. Alternatively, you can join Xbox Game Pass, which is what I have done. I pay monthly €4 for Xbox Game Pass, and I immediately got access to the full game. So it's a good alternative. A good alternative if you don't want to pay $29.99 for the full game and you just want to finish the game one time. You can subscribe to Xbox Game Pass, finish the free episodes, and you still have the time and the availability of playing other games like Gears Tactics, Forza Horizon, Gears of War, and many other titles inside Xbox Game Pass. So guys, I think that's all. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of gameplay. Keep in mind that this will be very spoiler-ish, since it's impossible to play this game without giving spoilers. I just decided to go all on with the spoilers, alright? So guys, thank you a lot for watching, and I do hope to enjoy the rest of the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
And left again after the goblins.
Wow, can't say I ever expected to see you again. It's been a long time, buddy. Nope, it was on the right.
My bad.
Past the treasure.
Straight ahead.
You know, I almost convinced myself our voice was just another childhood fantasy.
Me too. But we really are connected.
Tyler, are you in there? Tyler!
Coming!
Are you okay?
I'll live. Good to hear your voice again.
Yeah, same here.
So, coming in or what?
Just working up to it.
What?
Look!
What? Where did you find that?
It was on her desk with her papers.
Seriously? Are you fucking kidding me?
Look, we gotta be really careful not to overthink this.
But it doesn't make any sense. She was mad, right? She was mad I cut my hair. She attacked me because I cut my hair.
She was mad and she attacked you. We both saw it.
Then what is this shit?
I don't know. Tyler, come here.
She can't do this to me. Not now. When I've finally made sense of a few things.
Well, that was your first mistake. Thinking the world made any kind of sense. "10 years in the grave, and she's still finding new ways to piss us off."
Yeah. I think I need some air.
Are you really, really sure?
I am. Do it.
Okay. Here we go.
Whoa. Is it all gone?
Yeah. It looks amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't wait to show Mom. She's been so sad lately.
More than sad. She's been scary.
Yeah, but not tonight, though. It was almost like a party. Thank you, Allison.
You don't have to thank me. You're my sister.
I feel more like your brother.
Brother, sister, we look out for each other. But I'm pretty sure I just gave you a really bad haircut.
Mom? Mom? Mom?
Oh no. No, 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 no. This is wrong. This is all wrong.
Wait! Stop!